In his book, Basic Economics, authored by the renowned Thomas Sowell, readers are offered a sweeping and inclusive initiation into the realm of economic principles, even without a prior background in the subject. The book's brilliance lies in its ability to eschew intricate jargon and present core economic concepts in simple, accessible language, effortlessly accompanied by real-life illustrations. While most of us focus on our specialized domains, acknowledging the limitations of time and expertise, economic policy stands apart. With its pervasive impact on every aspect of our lives and direct responsiveness to our actions as citizens, investors, and voters, it becomes a realm that we cannot solely entrust to specialists. To make rational decisions, it is imperative that we educate ourselves about economics. Being uninformed or worse, misinformed, is not a desirable alternative. Enlightened economics, demystifying the complexities for informed decision-making, serves as a beacon, guiding readers towards becoming well-informed individuals. Thomas Sowell's belief that economic fundamentals are comprehensible with clear explanations resonates throughout the book, enabling readers to grasp these principles with ease and confidence. Chapter 1: Economics Unveiled: Unraveling Universal Principles and Real Wealth Creation. The realm of economics transcends societal boundaries and cultural differences, encompassing feudal, socialist, and capitalist societies alike. Its timeless principles persist throughout history, as policies affecting grain prices in ancient Rome would yield the same repercussions in modern-day India or the European Union. Before we delve into these principles, it is crucial to establish a clear understanding of what an economy truly constitutes. While one definition portrays it as a system for producing and distributing goods and services essential to everyday life, a crucial element remains absent. Simply put, an economy must grapple with scarcity, the reality that there will never be enough to fulfill all wants and desires. Economics, therefore, analyzes how societies make choices regarding the utilization of scarce resources with multiple competing uses. At the heart of economics lies the aspect of production, the process of generating new output from limited resources or inputs. The allocation of resources becomes pivotal, considering they can be employed for various purposes. Water, for instance, can create ice, steam, cool power plants, or dye jeans. Petroleum can yield gasoline, heating oil, plastics, asphalt, or Vaseline. Iron ore can transform into paper clips, automobile parts, or the frameworks for skyscrapers. The determination of how resources are employed significantly influences a country's standard of living, transcending the mere presence of natural resources. The efficiency of an economy in converting inputs into output holds the key to maximizing productivity and minimizing waste. Thus, the real essence of wealth creation is in efficiently utilizing scarce resources, not merely the abundance of natural riches. This illuminating perspective dispels the misconception that economics revolves solely around money and currencies. Instead, the focus is on tangible goods and services and the efficacy of their production. Money merely serves as a means to facilitate real-world transactions. Ultimately, a nation's wealth is measured by the volume of goods and services it can produce and the efficiency with which it accomplishes this vital task. Chapter 2: The Art of Investment: Sacrifice, Opportunity, and Future Gains. Imagine a captivating scene in Greenwich Village, New York. A tourist sits for a sidewalk artist who sketches a mesmerizing portrait. The price tag is steep, $100, but the tourist is enchanted by the artwork and agrees to pay. He jokingly remarks that the artist must be quite talented to create such a masterpiece in just 5 minutes. However, the artist corrects the notion, revealing that her remarkable skill is the result of 2 decades of dedicated effort. This revelation lays the groundwork for our first principle: investment. The concept can be defined right away as the act of sacrificing tangible assets today to reap greater rewards in the future. In the case of the artist, her sacrifice encompasses 20 years of relentless practice and foregoing other potential career paths, exemplifying the opportunity cost of her chosen profession. Expanding the scope to society as a whole, investment involves diverting resources from producing certain goods and services to liberate capital and labor for other purposes. Countries undergoing industrialization, for instance, may prioritize the production of factories and machinery, foregoing immediate consumer goods for the promise of greater future productivity. However, such investment decisions are not devoid of risk, as the future remains uncertain. To incentivize individuals to invest, these risks must be duly compensated. The cost of nurturing and supporting artists during their skill development must be repaid to ensure the continuity of such investments. This economic consideration transcends morality, as it dictates the practicality of investing in various fields. The success of investments ultimately hinges on consumer demand for the benefits they yield. If people specialize in areas with little demand, their investment becomes wasteful, leading to low pay and limited employment opportunities in a free market economy. These signals prompt a shift away from such investments, optimizing resource allocation. Interestingly, the principle of investment extends beyond economic realms to everyday activities. Even tidying up one's home becomes an investment of time, a sacrifice today for the convenience of finding things effortlessly the next day, epitomizing how today's efforts translate into tomorrow's gains. Chapter 3: The Financial Symphony: Unraveling the Mechanics of Investment and Resource Allocation. Having delved into the concept of investment, let us now turn our attention to the fascinating world of investment financing. While some investments are made by individuals who buy corporate stock, most are orchestrated by financial institutions like pension funds and banks. These institutions gather funds from numerous individuals, pooling them to create vast investment vehicles, allowing millions of people who are strangers to each other to collectively invest their money. This arrangement brings forth two significant advantages. Firstly, individuals can align their investments with those of institutions, which have the capacity to finance large-scale projects, such as shipyards, hydroelectric dams, and high-speed railroads. Moreover, these institutions excel at evaluating the risks and rewards associated with such ventures. Secondly, this setup empowers individuals to manage their personal consumption over time by borrowing and saving. When individuals borrow money, they access future income to fund current purchases, paying interest on loans for this privilege. On the other hand, when individuals save money, they defer their current expenses, earning interest on their savings as compensation. Financial institutions, acting as intermediaries, lend out the money deposited by savers to borrowers, thus facilitating this cycle of borrowing and saving. The dynamics of borrowing and saving vary across different life stages. Younger individuals often have meager savings as they grapple with modest incomes and college debt, while those in their mid-50s save more diligently in preparation for retirement and the later stages of life. Yet, these financial transactions extend beyond individual finance. They play a pivotal role in the broader economy. Zooming out, we observe how these interactions between individuals and institutions allocate scarce resources with alternative uses within societies. Investments in large-scale projects necessitate diverting capital, labor, and natural resources from immediate consumer goods to ventures that will yield results over years or even decades. The driving force behind such decisions lies in the value of future goods and services outweighing the present sacrifices made. When financial institutions can achieve a sufficient rate of return on their investments, they can offer individuals a compelling rate of return on their savings, enticing them to postpone their expenditures for future gains. This intricate dance of financial mechanics lies at the core of how economies allocate resources, balancing the present with the promise of the future. Chapter 4: Navigating Uncertainty: The Art of Insurance and Risk Mitigation. As we conclude our exploration, let's delve into a concept that has been briefly touched upon without fully unraveling its significance: risk. A gateway into this topic lies in understanding how risk can be managed effectively, and that brings us to the realm of insurance. At its core, insurance involves the transfer of risk, a straightforward process of paying someone else to shoulder your risks. This forms the foundation of insurance companies' operations. By collecting premiums from policyholders, insurers take on the responsibility of compensating for a wide range of everyday and extraordinary misfortunes, including car accidents, house fires, earthquakes, floods, and hurricanes. Insurers employ risk segmentation to minimize potential losses. By categorizing the population based on varying levels of risk, they can charge premiums accordingly. This approach explains why cautious drivers pay lower car insurance premiums compared to their reckless counterparts, and why office workers pay less for occupational injury insurance than professional snowboarders or construction workers. One of the most common forms of insurance is life insurance, which addresses the misfortune of death, an event that cannot be averted. In an ideal world where everyone's life expectancy is known, life insurance would not be necessary, as financial planning could be tailored accordingly. However, the uncertainties surrounding the age of one's death expose families and business partners of the deceased to substantial financial risks. Thus, paying life insurance premiums and transferring these risks to an insurance company becomes a prudent choice. Beyond the principles of insurance lies its financial aspect. Insurance companies do not allow the money collected from policyholders to lie idle. Rather, they invest it wisely. As a general rule, around 60% of premiums are used to cover current claims, while the remaining 40% is allocated for investments. These investments are usually conservative, involving government securities and other low-risk ventures. Despite their caution, returns on these investments can contribute significantly, accounting for approximately a quarter of an insurer's total income. Such prudent investments can make a decisive difference between profitability and losses. For instance, if you pay $9,000 in premiums over 10 years and suffer $10,000 in property damages in the 10th year, the insurance company might appear to incur a loss. However, if the $9,000 premium has been invested and grown to $12,000 by the time of the claim, the company emerges $2,000 ahead. In the complex dance between risk and security, insurance serves as a crucial instrument, allowing individuals and businesses to navigate life's uncertainties with greater confidence. Summary: economics, contrary to popular belief, can be a comprehensible discipline devoid of complicated mathematical formulas. Instead, it thrives on the basic comprehension of incentives and their consequences. In our day-to-day economic choices, it is essential to recognize that prices are not random digits but rather meaningful signals. They carry crucial information about scarcity and value, serving as beacons that guide resources toward their most valuable applications. Armed with this understanding, you can start forming well-informed opinions on various economic policy matters, whether it pertains to local regulations, insurance choices, or smart investments. This newfound knowledge empowers you to make wiser decisions as a consumer and grasp your distinctive role in the intricate web of the economy. Now, thank you for taking the time to watch, and if you found value in this video, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe to my channel. And in case you want to buy the book, use the link in the description. Trust me, you won't regret it.